Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is making headlines on a pair of fronts today, one political and one business. He is doubling down on his battle against entertainment giant Disney, the single largest employer in his state. The governor announcing his next moves today against the company. We'll delve into that in just a moment. But first, while DeSantis has still not officially declared a run for president in 2024, a pro-DeSantis super PAC is already in the fight, unveiling a new television ad. It takes direct aim at former President Donald Trump.
Donald Trump is being attacked by a Democrat prosecutor in New York. So why is he spending millions attacking the Republican governor of Florida?
DeSantis will be following up the ad this week with some noteworthy political appearances that lay the foundation for possibly any official announcement. But are the ads and political visits a little too late? Joining us with more now is NewsNation chief Washington correspondent Blake Burman. How can they be too late? He's not in the race yet.
Yeah, not officially in the race. And you talk about these visits, Elizabeth. Ron DeSantis will be here in Washington, D.C. tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, he goes to South Carolina. This builds upon some other high-profile visits in the recent weeks, talking about trips to Iowa, to New Hampshire, to Nevada as well. So you're talking about the early primary states. Plus, oh, by the way, he's also released a book. So you got really the footprints and the makings here for a likely presidential run. The polls show right now that he is running second. And if and when he eventually jumps in this race, those polls also show that the Florida governor would have a lot of ground to make up.
Look, I mean, this is a big announcement. I mean, like, honestly, you're asking me about political process. I mean, why don't we focus on this issue at hand?
Ron DeSantis took a pass Monday, not wanting to comment on Donald Trump's presidential endorsements. But the super PAC supporting DeSantis' potential presidential run, Never Back Down, isn't shy to jump in the mix. They released their first national TV ad by Monday. NewsNation is told it's in the 7 figures. The spot comes after the super PAC bought digital ads that geo-targeted attendees at the NRA convention and aired its first ever commercial on Sunday, questioning why Trump is attacking DeSantis.
Trump should fight Democrats, not lie about Governor DeSantis. What happened to Donald Trump?
Trump has already slapped DeSantis with a nickname, and the super PAC supporting Trump jumped all over a report about how DeSantis allegedly once ate pudding.
DeSantis has his dirty fingers all over senior entitlements.
DeSantis will meet in Washington, D.C. on Tuesday with members of Congress, some of whom have endorsed his potential presidential run. And on Wednesday, he'll appear in South Carolina, one of the early nominating states.
But the good news is we've gone way up.
Still, the polling shows it's the former president holding a commanding lead across the unofficial Republican field. According to the Real Clear Politics polling average, Trump more than doubles DeSantis among Republican support, and his numbers appear to be getting stronger in the recent weeks. In the 4 polls taken after Trump was indicted by a New York grand jury, he's led anywhere from 29 to 37 points.
Elizabeth, it's always interesting early on to follow the money as well. That super PAC that is backing the Florida governor, Ron DeSantis, says in just the last 3 weeks of March alone, they raised roughly $30 million. And as for Donald Trump, his campaign in Q1, January, February, March, they raised just shy of $19 million. Elizabeth?
Lots of money being raised on all sides of that race. All right, Blake Burman, thanks so much.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.